Sorry, guys, I'm coming. I've got no light. I have no light. Hi, everyone. It's so dark in here. I took my light away. Oh, well, that's because I have to do. It's like extra dark in here tonight. Extra super duper dark. Hang on, let me turn the light on. Really helping, but that'll have to do. Hi, guys. I feel really like I'm sitting in the dark here because I normally have another light that's gone. Who's here? My hair looks brown. I've got brown hair. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Topaz. Hi, Vicky Lou. Hi, Tara. Hi, Carla. Hi, guys. What's going on? God, I feel like I'm completely in the dark. Hi, everyone. Hi, Priyanka. Morning, Loz. Love the trailer. Oh, thank you. Took me ages to put that together. All the success stories. Me going, yay, 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 yay. Took me days to do that. Loz, I messed up big time. No, you didn't, darling. Oh, morning, Loz. Thank you for everything you do. Oh, Rebecca, you're so welcome. Loz, I messed up big time. No, you didn't. Reacted bad to finding out about third party. He has been lying for months. I 100% caused the third party. My sister's thoughts over her. She works with us. Oh, okay. That's the worst when you know them, you worry about them, and then ping, they end up together. He reported me to work for constantly ringing him, told you I was bad, so now in trouble at work and can't even speak to SP. You know, when people say circumstances don't matter, what about these? Oh, well, you've acted like a fucking nut, Vicky, so you're going to have to own that. Okay, so you've allowed all your triggers to trigger you. You've gone and acted on your impulses and rung them and acted like a crazy bitch. So own that. Okay, I acted crazy. So decide that the other girl isn't for him. He knows you're for him. He doesn't care. He forgives you. He knows it just means that you love him and everything's forgiven and forgotten. Go back and revise the whole thing if you possibly can. Everything you did, everything you heard, the reporting, the getting in trouble, all of it. Go back and have a really strong visualization that none of that actually occurred and loop it over and over and over in your mind. Okay. And start saying, he doesn't care. He knows I love him. It just shows him how much I love him. He doesn't want her. He wants me. She's out of the picture. It's just me and him now, me and him now. And most importantly, and you know this, and that's why you were triggered, you need to work on your self-concept, because it doesn't matter what you do in the 3D with him. If you're not working on the triggers that allowed you to act like that, nothing really is going to change. Have you worked on those? Because you really need to. Make sure you get my course, darling, if you need extra help. Okay. Hi, Brinka. Hi, WB1. Kassan. Hi, everyone. Hi, guys. Oh, hang on. This just totally jumped. Yes, I'm great. Hi, guys. 2 a.m. here. Oh, my God. Hey, Loz, it's 14-year-old Melissa. How are you? Just enjoying my last bite of pizza. Oh, delicious. God, I wish I could eat pizza. I miss pizza. I've been keto for so long. I haven't had a pizza in I don't know how long. It's like a slice of pizza, me. Good morning from London. Oh, good morning. Oh, thanks. I don't feel it. I feel very brown and just walked past my hot neighbour before looking like shit. I was like, hello. Oh, God, don't look at me. Sometimes if I get the whole day to visualize for SP in the evening, I'm like, damn, is this my sign self-concept's getting better and better? Guys, if you've forgotten to think about them, fantastic. That's the aim here. That's the whole point. Great. Hi, Nat. I'm really noticing how far I've come as a person. You have, Nat, especially with my self-confidence. First time sticking to things and feeling like I belong. I can't even talk myself out of CrossFit. Oh, really, Nat? You can't even talk yourself out of going to CrossFit? Wonderful. Hi, Marissa. Hi, Marlicious. You said there will be a new course next year. Can you explain? Is it something different or the same but better? Also, you mentioned additional assessments. Are these available already? So, what else was saying? How do I? Okay. So, the course that I brought out is like an introductory course to self-concept and knowing what your triggers are. Some people might find it more advanced than others. Some people have done a lot of work on themselves, might find that there's some information about self-concept they already know, or they already know some of the triggers. But those people who think that they already know everything aren't really doing the work required in the course, right? It is a basic course at the start, but it does go advanced into what your fears are and then how to fix them, okay? And pinpointing exactly what they are. That's the point of the assessment. The next course will be much more advanced on top of that. So if you jump from doing, you don't do my self-concept course and you go to the next one, you probably will have had to have already watched a lot of my stuff to really understand the next one. Because some people might be like, what's she talking about? Right? And it's much more in depth and much longer, much more stuff. So if you guys want to get the cheap course, get this one because the next one will be so involved and so many modules. And I don't want it to be like, I saw Shelley Bullard brought out something a couple of months ago and I looked at it today and it was $999 and it was 12 modules. 12 hours of 12 hours, 12 hours of videos. I was like, oh my God, I'm not doing that. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, who's got that kind of time? I'm trying to keep mine condensed. There's no way I'll ever give you a course that's 12 hours. That's her thing. I would never do that to you guys. Okay. But it will be more involved and there'll be more assessments and there'll be more active things for you to do, like meditations, forgiveness meditations, a lot more stuff that you can actively use. Okay. This other course was more a grounding in discovering exactly what the problem is so you guys can start to work on it. Then this next course will be like extra, extra, extra on top of that. Now you know that. Now you're going to work on this. Hi, Sash. Good morning, darling. You have something to pick up? You have something to pick up? Oh, you sent me something. What have you sent me? What are you talking about? What, in my post office box? Have you really? What have you sent me? Oh, I'm excited. Better go shopping. So I better leave the house so I can actually figure out what the fuck is in my post office box. Oh, Sash, I'm so excited. You shouldn't be sending me things. What are you doing? Save your money. Where am I? I was just thinking about you then because I realised it's 9 a.m. over there now, not 10 o'clock. So normally when I talk to you, it's like 10 in the morning. Hi, Paula. Hi, Zoe. Hi, Melissa. Hang on. Where am I? So does that make sense, guys? So it'll be much more in depth the next course. I won't tell you exactly what it's about yet, but trust me when I say it'll be like a way bigger course than the one I've already brought out. And I didn't want to do that yet. I want you to have the foundational course first, right? About all your fears so you uncover what they are so you know what to do. Is purging okay once you really put on self-concept and mental diet? I feel like I feel amazing, but some weird crap starts to pop out. Sometimes, guys, it's like all the old shit purging like a pimple. Have you guys ever done tretinoin or retinol on your skin and you start purging and you get pimples? It's like all the old shit has to come out before you have a baby's bum face. You can't get the baby's bum face if all the old shit's still in there. All the pores are clogged and blackheads are in there and little milia and they've all got to go. So just look at it like that, like you're on retinol. How to manifest a good relationship with my mum. She makes my living environment really stressful. We keep saying that about her, so she will. Stop saying she's like that. Stop saying her like that. Stop saying she stresses you out. Stop telling yourself that she tells you off or tries to control you or stresses you out. Whatever it is you're telling your mind that she does and the person she is, don't repeat that anymore. Describe her differently. See her differently. Don't be triggered by her. Hi, Loz. I just recently got back on the horse after the old story came in heavy and almost swayed me off completely. Safe to say I stopped caring about time and I'm focusing more on me. Thank you for your lives. Oh, that's all right, darling. Look, guys, sometimes the old story will come and hit you in the head. And sometimes it's when you think you're doing good and then or something will happen in 3D. Don't worry about it. You've done all this work. Don't undo it, okay? Oh, Sash. Thank you, Loz. Defo owning up to being a nut. As soon as payday comes, that course is mine. Christ, I need it. Don't say that. Look. We've all acted like a nut in our time. I know I have, okay? I have an old SP, rings me on this phone. I can't tell you the fucking mean text I sent this guy. Like I have sent him texts like pretty much like fuck off and die kind of text. I remember about 7 years ago I sent him a text and just said, okay, it's so bad that like what I said to him, like basically like you're going to end up alone. It was so mean, right? Still rings me. Don't worry about it, Vicky. Hi, Loz. They will forget about it. If you revise it, they'll forget. Hi, Loz. My SP broke up with me. He has trust issue because of what I did in the past. Don't worry about that, darling. I want him to trust me. It has been 1 year. I haven't done anything else, but he keeps on bringing it up. Okay, so you've got a story that you've done something wrong. So he can't forgive you until you believe you haven't done anything wrong or that he forgives you and everything's forgiven and forgotten. If you keep holding on to the story that you've done something wrong and there's something wrong with you and he'll never forgive you and he's hurt, that's how it will remain. Look how ridiculous it looks that I've got no paintings in these pictures behind me. You guys ever notice that? I just realized how dumb that looks. They're completely empty. Mm, Sasha and I were discussing what we're going to put behind ourselves for lives. I must do it. Has the challenge been posted? Jenna has scheduled it. It's scheduled in the group, in the free group. Loz, your self-concept course has changed my life. I feel so comfortable and secure in myself and fully living in the 4D. Mickey, look wonderful. That's great, darling. I'm going to screenshot that. What else you say? Also, is it normal to move on from friends after improving self-concept? Yes. I know I clung to them before because my self-concept was down the toilet. I had a neighbour say to me yesterday, Lauren, what do you do? You're all the time. And I was like, felt like saying, well, Juliana, my beautiful Italian neighbour, I don't have a lot in common with people in this town, and there's a lot of friends I could hang out with I really don't want to see because I don't want to sit there listening to them complaining about life and being whingy, whiny victims. So it's slim pickings, right? I'd rather talk to my other friends that I've made since I improved my self-concept, like Sasha. So, guys, it happens that you'll graduate towards the people that get you. And when you've changed, sometimes those people go away, and that's okay. Or sometimes they'll stick around. It's up to you how you want to think about it. You can think that they love you anyway, and they love the new you. Hi, Loz. I'm living my best life ever. I'm in a relationship with a wonderful man, and business finally got better after a crap year. And I'm wondering one thing. Oh, that's wonderful, Scared Queen. What are you wondering? Where is it? What are you wondering? Sorry, I said it before I finished. So for months, I've been affirming I have a sellout tour, but it's been taking ages and still slow. Don't know why. How to fix this? Stop saying it's taking ages. Stop saying it's slow. Start saying it's a sellout. It's a sellout. It's a sellout. It's a sellout. Now, why might it be slow? Have you had thoughts like, oh, the economic downturn, no one's buying tickets, no one's got the money, blah, 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 blah. You're watching the news, you listen to about economics and inflation and cost of living crisis and all this shit. You're doing that because that won't help you. Mm-hmm. Are you listening to people in your ear talking about that shit? Or what are your fearful thoughts about it that might be ruining what you're trying to affirm about the sold out show, but you got a whole lot of shit back here, like you're not going to sell out a show? Of course you wouldn't. Who do you think you are? Oh, you're so big for your boots. What are you, a show off? It's either that or it's the stuff out here that you're watching thinking no one's got any money. One of the two. Hang on, where am I? I keep getting someone in the manifesting community calling me a home wrecker because I'm manifesting a married man. It's really getting to me. The fuck is that? I know it's a self-concept thing. Any advice? SP hasn't cheated. My old SP was married but separated. They can still be married and you'd be with them because they're separated. Are people dumb? No one would dare have said that to me. Oh, you're a home wrecker. Hello, they're separated. What the fuck? On the way to divorce court. Like, what are you talking about? That's just you, darling, feeling like you're going to get judged. No one dare would have said that to me when I was going out with someone who was technically married. They were technically still living together because I couldn't leave the house. Don't worry about it. That's just your fears manifest. But the course as it is now will not be changed or something added to it. No, the course as it is now will remain the course exactly as it is. A foundational course on self-concept and discovering your fears and the assessment. And then knowing what to do with that assessment, really working on the statements in the assessment because they're your beliefs that you need to change, and then working on the forgiveness module, the trigger module, and everything to fix those fears. Then the next course will be much more advanced on top of that, what you've learned, okay? 8 p.m. here, should be sleeping and start work at 4 a.m. tomorrow. Affirmation, not feel like shit tomorrow. Don't want to miss this. Oh, no, Leonie, just say, I wake up fresh as a daisy. I love waking up at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. is the perfect time of day. I get so much done. I don't have to exist on much sleep. I can sleep for 5 hours and be fresh as a daisy. First time it can be on your live. Oh, Maria. So my SP talks about other girls sometimes. We're friends in 3D, so I don't react or respond. It's a bit annoying advice. Just decide that they don't do that anymore. He never talks to me about other girls. He never, ever, ever mentions them. He doesn't do that anymore. That's not what he does. He used to do that. I remember when he used to do it. And work on your feeling chosen and prioritized by him, darling. One of my manifestations is job opportunities come to me so easily. Hang on, it's just jumped and I can try and remember what you said. God damn it. Hi from Lanzarote. Oh, loving sunbathing. Oh, you're sunbathing. That's lovely. Fuck am I? I have completed the course and on the second 2 weeks challenge. Wonderful. SP has finally, after a year, left third party. Oh, wonderful. But said he still wants to be there for her as she has no one in mental health issues help. Just don't worry about that, darling. Just decide that's because he's a nice guy and that's the only reason. And he's only just sticking around so she doesn't top herself. That's it. Because she's threatened him or some shit. And that's all it's about. He doesn't give two shits about her. He's just like, really don't want this on my head. That's it. And then he's with you. Just see him with you, and then she'll just naturally go away. Rebecca, lots of manifest someone even better into my life now. I'm not even thinking of SP. It's crazy. Oh, that happens, guys. It happens. That's what happens when you work on yourself. Hey, Loz, yesterday I saw a skit where a girl who looks exactly like my SP was talking to her mother and said she loves someone very much. It was cringe, lol, but it felt like she was talking to me. Oh, I love that, darling. That's for that. A year ago, I made a mistake and was extremely drunk and was taken advantage of, and a man kissed me. I allowed it, then froze. This is completely not me, but it caused a major issue with my boyfriend of the time, who is still my SP. I have extreme guilt for every day still, and we broke up many times. I still want him and I to be together, but he says that he will never get over it. Is this me? Yeah, because you think you've done something wrong. Are you for real that someone kissed you at a party or something and your boyfriend is going to hold that over your head for the rest of your life because you were drunk? That's happened to me before, where I've been at parties and some guy and I've been like, whoa, I remember when I was 16 that happened to me. And my boyfriend turned up and this guy was all over me and I was like, and I just looked over and I was like, help me. And he was like, hi. Right? Like, and I felt terrible, but I didn't do it. It was the guy, right? So just decide, he knows it was just the guy doing it. Had nothing to do with you. Someone took advantage of you. It wasn't your fault. He forgives you. Everything's forgiven and forgotten. But if you keep holding this thing over your head, like I've done something wrong, he'll never forgive me. I'm the worst person ever. That's how it'll be. You'll find the right pictures to fill them. That's what you've been waiting for. What's this? You'll find the right pictures to fill them. That's what you've been waiting for. What are we talking about, Gagan? Hang on, I missed something here. One of my manifestations is job opportunities come so easily for me, and I was headhunted for a job yesterday. Oh, wonderful, Shadow Senator. That's great. Congratulations. I feel like a bad person, but I know I'm not. Just made a mistake. That's all it is, darling. So just say that. Been weighing on me. I know he loves me more than anything else in the world still. It's just different and things will never be the same. Yes, they will be the same, but you keep saying they won't be, so they won't be. So, Georgia, you're fucking this with your own brain. You're beating yourself up. You're flagellating yourself. When you were a kid, were you told you did things wrong all the time or had really strict parents or something, or told to sit on the fucking naughty step and you punish yourself for doing wrong things? That's what you're fucking doing here in your relationship. And until you stop thinking that way, that's how it's going to be. So he's not going to forgive you. Everything's going to be fucked and you're fucking it. So Part 2, SP has told me he has feelings for me and isn't happy in his marriage. He hasn't cheated, nor would I let him. Well, that's great, darling. So just decide that he has feelings for you and you're together. Don't worry about the circumstances. Guys, God, my SP went home one time and he had a fucking huge hickey on his neck and his wife goes, what's that? And he was like, oh, and it was enormous. And then she clicked, oh, he's seeing someone. But they'd split up. Right? And he was just like, too bad. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Hi, Lots. I've been revisiting Neville's books and would like your take on the following. When satisfaction is yours, you no longer hunger for it. Yes. If the hunger persists, you do not actually succeed in where's the rest of it? Becoming conscious of being. Oh, God damn it. Just jump. Why does this jump like this? Become conscious of being which you wanted to be. I'm reading this as that you need to achieve that feeling of knowing, which I still haven't been able to achieve when I think of SP. Where's the rest of this? I be thinking of the 4D fictional version who is always with me in my mind, yes, 24/7 and loving and sweet in a relationship, yes. Or would I actually be thinking of the 3D reality version and how I am seen in relation to him? No, we're not thinking about anything out here. I think I've spent the past few years focusing too much on the imaginary 4D version, but I'm still thrown by the 3D reality version, still working on self-concept too. I'm getting on with life, keeping busy, not putting myself on hold, going on dates, etc. But while the 4D SP is with me, I can't shake this feeling of waiting for the actual 3D SP. Well, guys, look, if you've been at this for ages and you just feel like it's not working, then you haven't convinced yourself. Like, this is when I say to people, move on. Because you're just going to ruin your brain. You're going to be sitting there all day trying really hard to be in the knowing state of we're together, but you're constantly thrown by the fact that you're not. So how's that going to work? Right? So people get really annoyed at me when I say this, but it's what Neville said. Okay? And if people go back and read Neville, they'll understand. You can't be the servant of two masters. You can't be thinking, I'm waiting and he's here. It doesn't work. You can't be in the satisfaction state and in waiting mode at the same time. You've either eaten the meal and you're satisfied, or you're waiting for the meal to turn up at the table and you're looking at the waiter every 5 minutes thinking, where's my fucking steak? I ordered it 3 years ago. You either are together in your mind or you're not. If you can't get into that state of together in your mind, then that's when people say, oh, I let go of them and they came back. Because you might be in this fearful state of it's never coming, I'm waiting, blah, blah, blah. You're going to have to really assess what you're thinking while you're doing that and why the 3D is throwing you so much. And then if you can't get over that, Hannah, and you can't possibly believe that they're here and you keep getting thrown by the 3D, take more seriously the dates you're going on, and some guy will show up that's so wonderful to you and you'll fucking forget about that old SP, and that's when he'll probably show up. Trust me, I've done it. But that's because you're no longer in this state. And at the moment, you sound like you're in this state, even though you're trying not to be. It's up to you, darling, what you do. I really jumped here. Hang on. Like, you can't have eaten the meal and still be hungry. If you're still hungry, it's like you haven't eaten the meal. Those of us who have eaten the meal feel like, it's done, like you've eaten the meal. If you're still hungry, that means you feel like you haven't fully been satiated yet. You haven't fully been satisfied yet. You haven't fully lived in the end yet. You haven't fully eaten the meal yet. That's what he's talking about. Oh, wow, this is really, I've lost my place. Loz, is the paid Facebook group active? It will be soon. We were working on it today. Yeah, I think it was planted in my mind because business around my city have been literally dead, so struggling to ignore everything going on, I refuse to watch the news. Guys, you can just have people in the street talking to you. My neighbor before almost fucking slapped her. She was saying a whole lot of shit, and I was just like, Jenny, she goes, I know you don't want me to say this, but I know you don't want to hear this, but this other person said, I was just like, stop doing that. I know it's hard, guys. You just got to turn your attention away from it. I'm just like, yeah, whatever that stupid bitch said. I love her, but she's so fucking negative. Right? You can either fall into the trap of listening to that, seeing it, witnessing it, scare queen, and be scared, or not. Change your name as well. Might help. Your username, I mean. So how do you just ignore it when you're surrounded by people twittering on about money? You just go, yeah. Okay, I remember I was at a funeral of my friend who had committed suicide. They were saying at the funeral this: Mark has sinned and he shall go to hell. It was this really religious ceremony. And we all had to sit there, his friends, trying so hard not to get up and fucking bash someone in the face. Okay? And a friend of his best friend said to me, when that was going on, this is what I was hearing in my ear. I just turned it off because I couldn't hear that. Right? Just turn it off. When you really have to, you will. I really had to that day because I was so mad. Right? Where am I? I really want to text SP. Haha, I give it the meaning because he really wants to text me and miss me. Would you give it that meaning, darling? Absolutely. Is it possible to get a few people together and purchase the course together? No, that's against the rules. It's affordable for everyone. Guys, it's $145. Shelley Bullard's latest course is $999. If you think $145 is too much, please don't buy it. There is a clause inside it that says no sharing. The reason for that is because there's an assessment and only one person can do it. Okay, if you share it, it's impossible to do the assessment. It's an unshareable assessment. Okay, it's been set up price-wise so you can all afford it. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. Because if we see logins that are excessive, you'll literally lose the course. So I'll just tell you something. There was a WhatsApp group where a whole lot of people decided to do that. I threw them all out of the Facebook group. 14 people. See ya. 2 of them have begged me to come back. I I think I've given enough free content for you guys to think that $145 is not too much to spend. If it's too much to spend, get my free course. After this, I will also have smaller courses, okay, on very specific things that you can work on. All right. And I'll also have the free group, which will only be $35 a month. So just go and join the free group, darling, and you'll learn so much from the coaching. Okay. But unfortunately, that's against the rules. And if the login tally is too excessive, the system alerts us and then we'll literally delete your access. So whoever bought it, I'm just warning everyone, that's how the system works. So if someone buys it and you've shared it with like 15 people and we see an excessive amount of logins, we'll literally revoke the access and you'll all lose access and your money and you won't get a refund. Okay, because it's just very unfair. And it's like selling my work to other people. Here, share it around, share it. It's like you can't do that with movies or music. So it's the same with courses, guys. So hopefully that's understood. Where am I? How do you know that your self-concept has improved? Things start working in your 3D better. People start smiling at you, doing things for you, paying you attention. Money situations get better. Health gets better. Friendships get better. Things get better. Trust me. Hey, Loz, SB called just to check up on me, but I want more. Do I just give a good meaning and that will change anything? Give everything good meaning. What is wrong with them checking up on you? Sometimes they'll ring up and ask for the most weirdest thing or ring up for absolutely no reason or just be like, hi, what's wrong with that? Give that excellent meaning that they're missing you and they're dying to talk to you. Give it excellent meaning. Hang on, where am I? Hi, Loz. My problem is I wanted SP for years. I thought I was over and it's been 5 years of no contact and I dropped all affirmations, etc. For the past 5 years, I've had very short relationships with men that I've ended because when it gets to the part where we're making out, I start thinking, fantasizing, it's him I'm kissing, for fuck's sake. All right. I thought I was over this, but maybe not. Weeks or even months into relationship, I'm thinking about him and I end it with other people because I don't want to hurt them and not be 100% in. I feel like such an idiot. I think I still love and want to be with him. I don't know what my question is. Am I in denial? Do I still love and want the original SP? It happens every time I start a new relationship and I start missing him. And the reason why I could never manifest him was because I couldn't stop missing him. Look, guys, I've been in situations like that before where before I really understood manifestation, where I longed for someone so badly and didn't matter who came along. I remember I was in love with a guy when I was at drama school and he was not the best looking dude. A guy came along who was the best looking, hottest 6'4" tall Olympian, and I didn't even want him. And all my friends were like, "The fuck is wrong with you?" Right? I've seen that guy since the one I was in love with. I don't love him anymore, and I remember thinking when I saw him last year, I was in love with the idea of you, and I thought you were my person. I had this idea in my mind, that you had to be my person and no one else was my person and no one got me like you and you were definitely my person. And when I saw him last year, or sorry, year before, I knew he was definitely not. But I'd so caught up in my mind that this was my person at the time that I couldn't be open to anyone else, right? Try and identify why you're so attached to that person, darling. And I know that you love them. I know that. But is it also because it's like this fantasy idea of this person or something? Sometimes it is that. And you think you're putting all your eggs in one basket with one person, thinking they're your ultimate happiness. And there's a lot of people that can make you happy. You know how many SPs I've had since then that made me happy, right? Be a bit more open to other people, darling, and not putting all your eggs in one basket if that is the only way you're going to get happiness. Because that's really what that's about when you can't be open to anybody else. Okay? And trust me, you'll look back on that guy later on and think, what did I see in him? Like I did. And I'm not saying can't manifest them, but I'm just saying try and identify why you've been longing so long for that person, because that's about you. You understand? Um, where am I? My SP is married with kids, and I have this belief he won't leave because of the kids. Well, then he won't, Victoria. What affirmations would you suggest? Well, the complete opposite of the shit you're telling your mind right now, like he'll never leave because of the children. People get divorced every day. People have separation agreements about the children every day. People are single parents or look after their kids or have their kids on the weekend every day. Why can't I have that? Why can't we be in that situation where he sees his kids 1 week off, 1 week on, or weekends, or whatever, like every other divorced person on the planet does? You know what? It's so fucking normal. I don't know why I've got this in my mind that that can't happen to me and for me. Where am I getting that from? Oh, probably because I've got a feeling that I'm not prioritized and his kids are going to be the reason why he won't leave. Working my self concept through your course. Thank you. Guys, if you feel like they're never going to leave because of the kids, they'll never fucking leave. And that's about you. You just, your mind's using an excuse. Oh, here's the excuse why you won't get the love. Oh, the kids. It's all the kids' fault. It's not. It's your mind. Hang on. I be thinking of the 4D fictional version. Okay, I saw the one. Your empty frames. Oh, what did you say to put in them? What did you say, Gagan? You told me to, find the right pictures, Phil, and that's what you're waiting for. Oh, yes, I'll find the right pictures, yes. I didn't know what you were talking about. I keep seeing tarot that says SP knows to influence and intentions were not good of third parties, intentions and regrets leaving. I affirm being the priority, but what else should I affirm for? And regrets leaving you. Well, then decide that they're with you, darling. You can hear all the regrets leaving you all you like, but you've got to start imagining they're with you. That's a whole lot of, I think they're separate from me if you're getting that on your tarot. Start affirming more for you're together now, in the now, right? If the tarot is reflecting regrets, you're still in separation in your mind. Love you so much. Oh, thank you, darling. I keep going back and forth. Where am I? Hi, Loz. I did your course and wow. So now my question: whenever I stop myself spiraling, I naturally say, "No, you are loved, etc." Can I switch between "I am" and "you are" affirmations, or is it nonsense? No, darling. That's great. That's wonderful. That the course is helping you, darling. Look, however it works for your brain. If you prefer to say you're such a fucking idiot all the time, then say, "Well, you are so wonderful. Look at you. God, I'm proud of you. You are the best." Like if you talk in you, say you. If you talk in I am, talk in I am. Affirm in I am. You know what I mean? Whichever works for you guys. It's whatever works. Hi, Loz. I've gone back studying after 8 years. I'm 43 now and I find it challenging. Can you suggest any affirmation that would help me? I'm a masterful student. I remember everything. I'm way above everyone in my class. Everyone's jealous of how easily I learn. I stand out as the smartest person in the class. I don't struggle. Any recommendations for how to do the course? Should I wait a day off and do it all in one go, or should it be certain mood? Can I go back and do it multiple times? Some people are taking like 2 whole weeks to do it, or 10 days. Some people are doing it all in one day, although I doubt you could do it all in one day, really. Now I think about it with all the written exercises, but it's up to you, darling. Some people have to take a little break after doing the assessment because it makes them emotional and then they come back to it. It's up to you how you do it. Just try a little bit at a time. Maybe do a module a day. Also, I'm finding it a little difficult to adapt from SP manifesting to money manifesting. Guys, it's the same thing. It's just getting in the state of. So, are you in the state of together in your mind with your SP or alone? Are you in the state of rich in your mind or I have no money? Look at your thoughts every time you go shopping. Look at your thoughts every time you think about money. Are you worrying about the bills? Are you saying the gas bill's high? Are you checking the prices in the supermarket? What are you doing in regards to money? Are you discussing money with people and saying blah, 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 blah? Bad shit. Doing your course this week. Oh, wonderful, Georgia. You hit the nail on the head. Thank you. I appreciate you a lot. There's movement between him and I. I just need to forgive myself and change the track into my head and it'll all work out. Yes, Georgia, change that track. Take that tape out. Sounds like shit. I'm in a backpackers in a room of 10. Everyone's asleep and I have no headphones, but I have to watch this live, lol. I'll be quiet. No headphones. Put it right to your ear. Hi, Loz. You've helped me to manifest so much before, and I can't thank you enough. However, I don't know what's wrong with me, but this SP is making me extremely depressed. How do I get over this? Why are they making you extremely depressed, darling? Not turning up the way you want? What are you thinking about them that's causing the depression? What are you thinking about them of what they're doing that's making you feel that way? Like, oh, they don't love me, they don't give me enough attention, this isn't going well, this isn't going to work out. What are you thinking? Identify what you're thinking that's making you feel that way and change it. I'm going through the course for the second time now. Wonderful. SP's still quiet, yet he sent a request to follow me on Instagram. Wonderful. It triggered me. Why? Why could this be an underlying belief? Why did that trigger you if he's requesting to talk to you? That's wonderful, isn't it? Isn't that the outcome you want? Why are you getting triggered by that? Guys, if they're doing what you want and you're getting triggered, are you just a bit scared? Scared that it will work? Scared that they might love you? Scared this might go well? Scared of letting them get to know you? Scared of letting them get to see you? What the fuck? Isn't that what you guys want? Are you trying to do it all perfect? I remember someone did that with me and I didn't message them straight away back. And I was because I was like, I need to do this perfectly. I need to let them wait. I need to hold on. I need to play games. And then I fucked it because I had all these thoughts that I had to play games and manipulate. So I did. Makes sense. Just wondering. Okay, good. Thank you for your lives, Loz. They really are helping right now. For almost a week, I was feeling like a triggered nut because of old hurtful memories, but now I'm hammering self-concept more than ever. Oh, wonderful, darling. All right. Hi, Loz. SB loves the law of assumption also, and we have a joint affirmation visualization board. Wonderful! Giving this excellent meaning is another step to my dream life. Well, that's the dream, darling, having an SP who gets this. You don't have to fucking explain it every 5 seconds or listen to them moaning about life. That's fantastic. They get it. Oh, it's the greatest thing ever. Unless that's all we want to talk about, and then it gets fucking boring. But when I try to visualize, I can't see the pictures in my mind. That's right. So my visualizations end up being me describing in words a scene to myself. Would this be effective? It doesn't matter what you do, darling, so long as you're living in the end. I don't care if you're scripting, if you can't see pictures, if you do see pictures, if you're talking to yourself, if you're kissing your pillow, do whatever the fuck you want, as long as it works for you. My new SP and I have been talking for days now since I messaged him a happy birthday. How do I manifest a date? Oh, wonderful, darling. Well, just imagine it together, Jess. If you're together, wouldn't you be going on multiple dates and you wouldn't have to worry about the date? Just see yourselves together and it will happen. Lodge, your course is brilliant. Oh, thank you, darling. SB and I are better than ever. Oh, wonderful. I work so hard on not being triggered by old story, etc., and it's working a treat. SP has even mentioned marriage on numerous occasions. Oh, please. Hang on, I'm going to screenshot this. This is so great. He was always dead set against marriage before. He contacts me multiple times a day, always says he misses me, and tells me how much he loves me multiple times a day. Thank you. Oh, wonderful. Claire, do you mind if I share that? I'll take your name off. That's amazing. Oh, that's lovely. Mention marriage on numerous occasions. What were you doing? Tell us. What were you working on? So before my course, were you really working on your self-concept as well? Tell us. That's amazing, Claire. Oh, how lovely. Oh, your skin is beautiful. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I don't have enough light on, but anyway. Have you ever heard of Rudolf Eckhart, Loz? No. He wrote this amazing book about love and fear and how we carry on fears from our parents. Oh, really? It's all you've been mentioning here. I don't know this book. Rudolf Eckhart. I know Eckhart Tolle, but it's not the same person. Really? I must look it up. I'm going to write that down, but I have no pen. Rudolf Eckhart. Sounds Danish like me. His name's spelt like my surname. I'm going to look it up. I went to a Day of the Dead event today. It was beautiful to learn of others' beliefs. It was then I realized our own beliefs create our reality. Look, when you go to Croatia, they have Day of the Dead. And you go to we went to a cemetery once on Day of the Dead. We had no idea what was going on. And every single solitary grave, even the really, really ancient ones, had flowers on them. And we were like, fresh flowers. And we were like, what the fuck is going on? And we were like, is it like this all the time? And they said, no, it's Day of the Dead, Day of the Dead. And we were like, what's this? And it's just amazing to think you go to different countries and they have these traditions that you don't know anything about. And you're like, and they take it so seriously and it's so serious to them. And then you go to Greece and you've got the evil eye and it's so serious to them. And every single bus you drive in has an evil eye hanging from the rear vision mirror. They take it so seriously and their beliefs. Now, I don't believe in evil eye or Day of the Dead because I'm not part of that culture. But if I was part of it, I'd really believe. And that belief is so strong that it works for them. And it's something for them. It's amazing. Just manifest the money. That's literally my thinking now. I need something. I'll manifest it. Exactly, guys. Hi, Loz. My SP asked me to go out for lunch or supper this Saturday. Oh, did you know? Wonderful. Also noticed small manifestations are working so quickly. I love red velvet cake. Said it at work thing, and my mum brought me one. 2 days later, she didn't even know. Oh, amazing. I love shit like that. Thanks, Loz. I do affirm we are blissfully, happily married. We are married but separated in 3D. I visualize and even have inner combos, realizing my mental diet is better than it used to be, ignoring 3D. That's wonderful, darling. Just have all those inner combos and know that you're back together and better than ever. And you know him better than anyone. And of course, you're married. Of course, you're back together. Hang on, where am I? God damn it. You wouldn't steal a car, don't pirate Loz's course. Yeah. It's just, look, guys, it's just because it's just the system will flag you and then we'll have to delete you. And then it's not great. I've bought plenty of courses in the past that have clauses that say you can't share and it's against the rules. Um, who the heck is doing that? Stop sharing stuff. Stop being so cheap and realize Loz has been giving free content since February 2021. You're being disrespectful. No, I understand it, guys. I understand it. But it's just, it will be flagged in the system. That's all. How to give good meaning to losing clients. Decide that you've lost the cheap ass bitches. That's what I thought when I kicked 14 people out of my Facebook group and kicked them off the newsletter. Every single one of them was on the newsletter. Every single one of them was in the Facebook group. Goodbye, cheap ass bitches. I don't need you. Right? That's my attitude now. If you don't appreciate me, you're out. Lose bad clients, excellent ones turn up. Say that, darling. And I don't mean that to be rude. I mean that, like, know your worth. I know my worth now. And if someone doesn't know my worth, I don't want them in my group. There's plenty of other people who know my worth. You understand? I was living in Fantasyland with my original SP because it was the first guy I liked in years. Now focusing on self-concept, I'm in love with a friend who I have a foundation of 8 years friendship. There are other guys out there. Just focus on your self-concept, career, and personal goals. Yes, guys. And look, the more you focus on you, the more they'll be like going, oh, she's so interested in other stuff. I remember my old boyfriend when I first got here, the guy I got together with, used to get so annoyed because I had so many other things going on. And I just didn't pay him enough attention. It used to drive him crazy. And he actually popped up today on a Google ad, on a Sun, the Sun newspaper article I was reading about Meghan Markle and Harry, and his ad popped up, and I was like, "The fuck is he doing on the Sun newspaper?" But it must have been Google following me around because he used to pop up on my YouTube. It was just so funny. They'll follow you around even on the internet, guys. Part one. Thanks for the response. I've sat here thinking, like you said, what the attachment is. The only thing I keep coming back to is that I love him. Sorry, honestly, I try so hard with other people, so hard, but then I just can't anymore and I end it. It just comes out of nowhere. He just comes back into my mind. I try to fight it off. Thank you anyway. I'll make a decision on what to do tonight. Well, then decide you're together, darling. But if you can't really decide you're together and really do this, you're going to go through years of pain again. How many years of pain are you going to go through if you feel like you can't do it properly in your mind? How are you going to do it? You're going to have to really believe. Look at your username or not. Only you can decide that, darling. I can't tell you what to do. And I'm not telling you to stop loving someone. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, do you really believe that you can do this? It's how I felt from her. What's this, Bobbit? That's where I am, thinking SP is my person and no one compares. Guys, of course you're going to feel like that when you love them. That's how you feel when you love them. Of course you're going to think no one compares. Otherwise, what is love? That's how it feels. There's nothing wrong with feeling that way. Well, my SP told me yesterday morning that he is attracted to me in other areas and not just for the sex. Oh, I was shocked and called me twice yesterday following up on my rental funding. I opened up to him. Oh, wonderful, Paula. Hooray. Where's the rest of it? God damn it. Is there more, Paula? I opened up to him. Oh, that's lovely, Paul. That's great. Hi, Loz. No questions today. Just want to say thank you for everything you've done for us all. You have no idea how much you've changed lives. Oh, Devarian, darling. Thank you. Thanks, Loz. I do affirm we're blissfully happily married. Okay, I saw the one. Hi, Loz. I'm working on self-concept for a few months and I feel way better about myself than before. SP said he couldn't see a future together but keeps coming back. I feel a bit lost because I don't think it will get any better. Well, if you think it don't get any better, then it won't get any better. Oh, you won't get any better than him. I do love him, but he keeps going hot and cold, and I want to start to live together. So if he keeps being hot and cold, darling, you've got hot and cold thinking about him, like he loves me, he doesn't love me, he doesn't really want what I want. So the more you think he doesn't actually want what you want, he doesn't want a full-blown relationship, he won't. And if you keep thinking you're the second best girl, or he's just hanging around with you until someone better comes along, or he doesn't really want to commit to you, or doesn't really want to live together, then he won't. It's your thinking about it that matters. So why are you blaming him for the way he's showing up when you should know, learning this, that it's your thinking that's causing him to turn up that way? You've got to change your thinking. Hi, Loz. I really learned from you and Kimberly. Thanks a lot. Oh, wonderful, darling. You're so welcome. Finding it hard to be in the love state since I'm the reason it ended. Don't worry, darling. I feel a lot of shame and embarrassment about how I acted. Don't worry, darling. We've since apologized to each other, but I still hate that I hurt him. Guys, okay, you hurt them. All right, what are you going to do about it? Flagellate yourself and beat yourself up for the rest of your life? If you keep holding that story, they'll remain hurt. You've just got to get rid of that story and go, you know what? They got over it. You know what? They love me anyway. They don't fucking care. They're not butthurt. They're not some butthurt loser sitting there hating me. They're over it. They've grown up. They've grown the fuck up. Like, really decide that they're not the person who hates you. You've got to decide that. And if you can't decide that, trust me, I know this from experience, that's about you feeling like you do things wrong. If you can really own that you really didn't do anything wrong, or you did do something wrong and now you've been forgiven, and that's fine, and you're not going to carry around shame and embarrassment, then it will work. But if you keep thinking you've done something wrong, keep flagellating yourself and beating yourself up and thinking that you're ashamed, then it won't work. You've really got to own that, okay, I did that. Now what? Everything's forgiven and forgotten. I'm not a bad person. That sounds like a whole lot of, I do things wrong. I'm a bad person. When I was growing up, I was made to feel bad about myself. So it's not about your SP, is it? Hi, Loz. Last week I asked, how can I make my boyfriend's soccer career more successful? So you told me to manifest for him. Is this really possible? Yes, guys. Is the success he has in his career due to his self-concept or mine because he always doubts he's going to go higher? Darling, all you need to do is see him having what he wants. I do it for people all the time. And they come to me and say, oh my God, this thing happened. And I go, really? And then I want to go get my scripting journal out and show them where I wrote it. But I don't. So I want them to think they did it for themselves. Because he always has doubts he's going to go higher. And what affirmation could I use to manifest him going to a higher competition? He loves playing in the such and such league. He never thought he'd get there. He can't believe it. He's so shocked that he got in, whatever the league is. He comes to me and tells me, oh my God, you won't believe it. I got in. I can't believe it. How did this happen? Then you can go, who can say? Like the emoji. I don't know. But you know exactly why. Is that affirming on my language still strong for a foreign language? I'm learning English, but I don't know my subconscious how to accept change of thinking by affirming more. My language is Persian. So, darling, write the affirmations, translate them to Persian, please. I'm using my sleep tape affirmation. Thank you. You're a lovely teacher. Darling, if you speak Persian, translate from English to Persian your affirmations and then make a sleep tape in Persian. Because it's your mind is thinking in Persian. You understand? When I used to do German class, and I used to be really good at German at school, eventually I would think in German in class. Then I would leave and realize I was thinking in German and have to flick back to English for a second. Right? So please put them in Persian if it's better. No, of course, share away. Oh, wonderful, Claire. I'd love to. What did you do? Tell us. I started about 2 weeks before the course came out, just trying to flip my negative thoughts and remember how great things were before. I've watched every live since, watching all your old videos. Oh, have you, Claire? Listen to your sleep videos. Every time I've been triggered, I've stopped, and before I reply or snap back, I stop and imagine you shouting, you did this. Oh, good. So you're not reacting to him. You're not snapping back. You're not being mean. You're not saying something nasty. Oh, wonderful. Great, darling. That's great, Claire. Wonderful. I'm so proud of you. Keep going. Everything you're doing is working. Keep going. Where am I? God damn it. Morning, Denise. I get negative thoughts about abandoned people leaving me. I tell myself no one will leave me, but I feel my body shivering, getting colder, tired, and sleep a lot because of these fears of abandonment. That's because your mind is trying to stop you and it's trying to convince you that no, everyone will leave. Stop saying this to us. We don't like it. This isn't true. Everyone leaves. We're trying to remind you, oh, she's changing her mind. Let's make her shiver and get cold and tired and upset so that she doesn't do this to us. We thought up these beliefs. We love these beliefs. We're addicted to them. That's what's happening. Guys, you can get all kinds of Weird reactions. My dog had a grass seed in her ear 2 days ago. When I took her to the vet, she was shaking. And I said to the vet, "Is that something else?" He said, "No, that's actual anxiety." She's like, "What's going on? Something's wrong with my ear. Help me." And she was like, and she was like, and I was like freaking out. And I thought she was like having a heart attack or something. And he said, "All it is anxiety. Like something wrong, and I don't know what it is." That's what your body's doing. It reacts that way sometimes because it no likey. She no likey the grass seed stuck in her ear. Loz, is inner conversations where you talk to your SP in your mind or yourself or both? Can be both. Inner conversations is actually what you're doing all day with yourself. Fuck, you're an idiot. God damn it, you screw everything up. Oh, you always do everything wrong. Fuck, Oz. God damn it, yet again, you screw. You're having an inner conversation with yourself. So have the same kind of one with yourself, but nice. Have the same kind of one with your SP, but lovely. You love me so much. You missed me when you were gone, didn't you? Oh, babe, masturbated furiously all night. I couldn't stop thinking about you. You raced through my mind every night. I was crying into my big pillow. Hey, Loz, if there's a sudden negative thought popping up randomly on your brain, but if you're firm and persist against it, it'll eventually be gone. Of course, guys, don't worry about those random thoughts. They're just random. Loz, you have put in time and effort into the course. Sharing is like stealing intellectual property. Oh, thank you, darling. Hi, Loz, how do you know self-concept is improving? Because everything changes, darling, in your reality, and you feel better about yourself. Good morning, Loz. My SP is still married and says that he will get divorced, talks about us getting married and our wedding all the time. We had baby 2 months ago. We live together too. Yes. He says he's waiting until she gets her citizenship here so she doesn't have to go back to her country, and also because of financial reasons. I do check 3D every now and again like an idiot. As you can imagine, doing this triggers me. Do I fully live in the end and not ask him about when and how long is it going to take? I just want us to be fully together. I just feel like I have to put my desire of us being married on hold as he can't move forward by putting a ring on my finger, etc., until he's divorced, although he's not said that. My mum hormones. Darling, you've got to go right to the end. If your baby, not a baby anymore, being a toddler, and you being married and living together and you being fully married, because you're really fucking it with your mind thinking that he's not going to choose you. That's not going to happen. How did you end up with a person in the first place who was married when you met him or whatever? That's how you did, because you felt unchosen and unprioritized. So you literally picked a person like that. Now they're still picking their excuses and the other life over you, even though you're together and got a baby. Shouldn't you be the number one priority? You've got to become the number one priority in your mind, and then you'll become the number one priority in his. But until you become the number one priority in yours, it won't change. You've got to see yourselves together and really prioritize yourself. Work on the I am chosen, I'm a priority sleep tape, please. Both sleep tapes and the affirmation that. The more we focus on ourselves, do our SPs focus more on us and want that attention for themselves? Yes, guys, have you never ever been on the phone and you're talking to a friend or the pizza delivery guy and your SP's like in your ear and trying to get your attention? Have you never seen a man do that? They run around naked with the undies on their head and you're like, because you're paying attention to yourself. Actually, changed my mind. I do have a question. What can I affirm for someone to have an easier time with grief? My young brother just had traumatic loss and I don't want him to be overwhelmed. Oh, darling, listen, just say he's handling this so well. He lets all his feelings out. He's getting better and better by the day. He's handling life. He's coping with this so well. He lets his feelings out and he expresses to me how he feels, and he's not holding it all in, and he's handling this so well, but he's letting out his feelings and he's getting better and better by the day. Mhm. Yesterday, you just said, I think too much, and then he has no time to manipulate me. What does this mean in self concept? I've done your course and feel great generally, but I can't put a finger on what this is. I think too much and he has no time to manipulate me. Well, you've got a story that he's manipulating me. Hi, Loz. I've gotten back together with SP. I mentioned on the Facebook group how he has been ignoring my messages. We have a few plans coming up and things are great, but I need to do details. What's up? How the fuck do I know what's up? You've got a story that he's ignoring you. You've got a story that you need to message him because he's not going to message you. You've got a story that you need to lock down the plans because you're not sure if he's going to stick with them or something. Why are you having to incessantly message him? And why is he coming out with, I have no time to manipulate you? I think too much. It sounds like he's right. It sounds like you're reading into what he's doing too much. He's saying, stop reading into it. I'm just busy, or stop reading into it. I'll message you when I'm ready. Or, but you're reading into it and trying to do too much in the 3D. Why are you doing so much in the 3D? Done my course, you should know not to do that. Hi guys. Hang on. Oh God. They watch your socials, believe me. Me and my SP don't comment on each other's socials, but on Sunday he told me that he saw the post of my cousin's death and he hugged me to console him. Oh, of course they do, guys. The biggest indicator of that for me is two boyfriends of mine one boyfriend, I went to his house one day. I'd never been to his his parents' house, and his screensaver on his computer was some picture of me from my Facebook from years ago. I was like, "Where'd you get that?" The same picture. It must be a really good picture. My old SP had it as his phone symbol of me, and I said, "Where'd you get that?" And he's like, "Facebook." And it meant they'd gone into my Facebook and gone way back in my Facebook and found this picture and used it as their screen things of me. It was so weird. They both did it. This black and white picture of me, and I'm just like, I must look really hot in that picture. You know what I mean? And it's just proof that they've gone through your, and then they'll let it slip, like, oh, that thing, and you're like, oh, you've gone through my Facebook. Mhm. What's this? High lows. SP loves law of assumption. Also, we have a joint affirmation visualization board. That's wonderful, darling. I love that. Crying into my big pillow. Yes, guys, just imagine that. He's just got a big pillow and he's just crying at night into it. It's all wet. I miss her so much. Do sleep tests work better when it's your own voice? It does not really matter. It's up to you guys. I don't really like hearing my voice, but if you want to do yours, go ahead. Dear Loz, you deserve the best. You are unrepeatable and irreplaceable and special. I appreciate with all my heart the time you give us free. Oh, thank you, darling. You've just repeated some of my affirmations there. Thank you, darling. Is it possible to have different self concept depending on situation, or is it just hidden? I am an entrepreneur, which I manifested without knowing the law. I just wrote it down. At work, I'm a boss babe and so confident, but in private, I'm more shy. I feel like switching self concept sometimes. Yeah. So you might feel much more confident in a work situation, but in love or in friendships or whatever, you feel more shy or more reserved, or that that's not your thing. So you'll feel really confident about how smart you are and how capable you are and how confident you are at work. But then you get home and be like, oh, I don't really want to date, or guys don't really like me, or love never works out, or I can't speak up with my friends, or they're overbearing. But at work, you feel really confident. You can have really different self concepts when it comes to, look at people like Beyonce, great work ethic, career self concept, thinks she's the queen bee, and then look at her relationship with Jay Z. Not great. Well, wasn't. You know what I mean? I'm manifesting a healthy body. My neck and jaw muscles get tight. I affirm it's hard to ignore the symptoms. My neck and jaw muscles are so relaxed. I have the most relaxed body. My neck is no longer sore. I remember when my neck used to be sore. I remember when my TMJ would kick in. I don't have a sore jaw anymore. My jaw feels so relaxed. My jaw is so relaxed. I don't have any pain. Hi, Lois. If I say it's coming, am I not living in the end, therefore not manifesting what I want, right? But if I say it's coming, that's easier not to get triggered in 3D. Love you a lot. Thanks. Guys, it's up to you. If you want to say it's coming, say it's coming. If you want to say it's here. True living the end is imagining it's here already. Believe you have received it and you will. However, hear things like someone's here. However, if you want to believe it's coming and that's easy for you, do that. You won't mess it up. Decide you won't mess it up when what you do. So my SP just friend zoned me. He said, there's no point keep talking to me since I wanted to date him only. I've been working on subconcept. I understand I created this. I just don't know what I'm needing to focus on. I'm currently spiraling. This situation just happened. So I'm like, some advice, please. I don't know if I'm working on the right things. Or are you feeling like he's not romantically attracted to you, he's not sexually attracted to you, that he doesn't love you, that he wants other girls, that you put him on a real pedestal and he's better than you in some way? What are you thinking about him that's causing that? And what are you thinking about you that's causing you to think that he would think that of you? Like, I'm not romantically involved. I don't want to be involved with you. I'm not attracted to you, whatever the story is. He doesn't want me. I don't get the love. What's the story about you and the story about him? Write that down, look at it, realize what you're actually thinking, and then write the opposite as affirmations, darling, and really focus on you being chosen and prioritized by him, and you being enough, and you being better than what you're thinking of yourself right now. I'm, hang on, where am I? Exams are on campus and in just over 2 weeks. How do I manifest it online? I've been saying exams are online. I love doing exams online. I love exams in my PJs. I love doing my exams in my PJs. I love working from home. I never have to leave the house to do exams. I never have to leave the house to do anything. So that's how can I really focus on self concept? I always put others before me, and I'm ready to put myself first. Start saying, I never put others before me. I put me first. I'm number one. I'm the number one priority. I put myself on the pedestal. I give to me now. It feels great to let people give to me. I don't people please. I don't overgive anymore. I have such bad anxiety this week. I don't know why. I felt good about him and us, but I feel weird anxiety. I feel sometimes like this is woo woo, but I've literally manifested things how to feel better relief. Well, then start using my anti anxiety meditation on my YouTube, darling, and use the affirmations and that. Like, I control the feelings I feel. I can cope with anything. I'm in control of what's happening now. I'm in control of my mind. There's a coach online currently saying if you don't manifest someone between 45 to 60 days, you're doing something very wrong. I don't particularly like her or believe her. And is she going to sell you some magic equation? Because, if you're doing it wrong, then she'll sell you something. I think I know who you're talking about. I know people who are famous who took 20 years to be famous. If they'd gone to that coach, I don't know, like people like Tim Minchin or Rebel Wilson, people I know. Oh my God, I've been trying to be an actor for 60 days. I've failed. Oh, I better give up. I better give up. There'd be no Fat Amy and there'd be no Tim Minchin's music if those people had given up after 60 fucking days listening to some dumb see you next Tuesday online who thinks they know everything, selling you some scammy equation. Stop listening to these dumb bitches. It takes as long as it takes for you to convince your subconscious mind that's fucking true. Yes, that's the one. I know because she's a scam artist. Mhm. How can I really focus on self-concept? I put others for me. I told you. Do that, please. Any more questions, guys? Have I missed any? Have I missed any, guys? Tell me. Have you heard about systemic family constellation? I have no idea what that is. It sounds like something that's ingrained and to do with the stars. I have no idea. Don't know what that is, darling. Explain. Good morning, lost my SP to my I saw that one. Any more questions, guys? I'll go to the bottom. The green dot syndrome. I used to check to see when he was on his socials. When my SP was with me on Sunday, the green dot was on, but he wasn't on the phone. He fell asleep but didn't close the app. Guys, it's so triggering, that green dot. It's so bad. I've taken myself offline to not be able to see the green dot anymore because it triggered me so much once. Turned out the person was practically dying in hospital. And that's why I hadn't heard from them. Right? Please stop doing that. Can I manifest pulling an all-nighter, laugh my ass off? Never been able to in the past. I have so much uni backlog. Well, just decide you got everything done and you don't need to pull the all-nighter to do it. Just decide you get everything done really quick. Imagine the relief of feeling like it's all done and everything's handed in and you've handed it in. And then you won't have to pull the all-nighter. Or you can say you pull an all-nighter, but imagine handing it in and how it come about. You might get an extension or something. My SP's girlfriend found out we're talking and texted me. He blocked me and told her he was using me. Oh, no, darling. Oh, Christ. Okay, so did you have a dominant story that he was using you, that when the girlfriend found out that would happen, or that this was risky, or you were doing something wrong, or going behind people's backs, or you were the side chick? If you have the story that you're the side chick, you get treated like it. You've got to change that story. Thank you. I went to therapy for almost 2 years because depression/anxiety, but since I found you, I feel a lot better. My therapist will lose a client soon. Ah, wonderful. Maybe you remember me. I'm Mimi from Switzerland. Oh, wonderful, darling. Oh, that's great. Fuck those therapists. That's wonderful, darling. Keep going. Whatever you're doing is working. Hi, Loz. I manifested the wrong old SP. Lol, love the attention, but as a sign, my SP's next. Just take it as a sign, darling. The amount of guys that ring me from England, I'm telling you what, like on my birthday, this guy started ringing me. And I was like, and he was a guy asked me out kind of once, and I didn't really realize he was asking me out. We've done a film together, and it was really hot. Anyway, and he rang me on my birthday, and I thought he was just like ringing to say happy birthday. And he's like, "Oh, I'm looking for a new girlfriend," and he has not stopped ringing me. And finally, he's got the hint after a couple of weeks. And I'm like, "What's going on?" But it's people in England. It's really weird. Give a good meaning to. Hi, Bezos. So Chrissy. Oh, if I'm manifesting marriage with SP, is it okay to say SP is moving mountains to be with me? Yes, that's fine. Or is that messing with the middle? Or should I say SP move mountains for our marriage? Whatever works for you guys. If you want to say mountains to be with me or that we're together, it's up to you how you do it. What's this? Hang on. Hi, Loz. Started your course over the weekend and people are already treating me differently. And my SP called me something very specific. He only called me back when things were wonderful. So happy. Me, 17. That's great. Oh, hooray. That's wonderful, darling. What have you been doing other than the course? Do you know if the PayPal installment thing is available everywhere? I tried, but didn't offer it. My card is linked. Your bank has to be linked. I think that's the thing. I think your bank account has to be linked so they can take the payments out of your bank. I think that's what the problem is with some people. They're thinking their card's linked. They have to link their bank. Just look up PayPal Pay in Full rules eligibility and see what you actually need to do. Oh, excuse me, to have it set up, because I think that might be the thing. Mhm. I'm going to try and add afterpay soon, but I don't know if the platform we use can add afterpay, and I don't think it can, which is really annoying. I'm going to affirm that, of course, we can add afterpay. I've been affirming everyone wants to be. Can you see my question, Loz? Oh, what's this? I missed it. Can you see my question, Loz? Oh, hang on. Over, la, la, la. Tim mentioned I just bought tickets to his Matilda. Oh, did you tell him? I was in his first musical. Where is this? Over bloody blah. Over LXRD. I think I read it. When we focus on our us, do our SPs focus on us? And also, our SPs, do we imagine them do? Thank you for your advice. Lodge your course is wonderful. Oh, wonderful, darling. When we focus on us, do our SPs focus on us? Yes. And also, do our SPs do what we imagine them to do? Yes. As long as you believe that. You do what I say you're going to do. You say what I say you're going to say. You're going to be what I say you're going to be. When I focus on me, you focus on me. If you start saying, when I focus on me, he focuses on himself, well, that'll be true because that's what you believe. Okay? But your focus on yourself, you've got to understand what you focus on grows. When you're focused on you, it's all about you. It's all about you. They'll become all about you. Just how kind of attention works. No questions. Just love you, loads. Oh, thank you, darling. Has the times changed? It's only 10, but I seem to have missed loads. Oh, you know why, guys? Because it's the same time for me. So if the clocks have changed in England, haven't your clocks just changed? So the time's changed because the clocks have changed. But it's still the same time as it was before. Takes Elma 3 minutes and a nap to manifest anything. Oh, does it? Does it just? Him and his clickbait, he's hilarious. I'm trying to figure out the story between me and SP. Base of you told me that I was just telling myself a story, so I don't want to pay for these tickets, but they had a sign that I received the bill. What are you talking about, Nico? I'm manifesting marriage with my SP. Is it okay that SP is moving mountains? What are you talking about tickets? I don't really get that. I'm also working on the way in the course and starting to see some connects. I'm at the point where I did the assessment and know what the fears I have. Oh, good. Okay, so once you've done that, really start flipping those statements into affirmations. The ones that ring most true for you, turn them into affirmations, darling. Don't forget to go back into the course and use the statements as affirmations. I saw an affirmation the other day for no contact situations, and it was SP always remembers me. Do you think this is okay, or is that not far enough in the end? Remembers? Oh, I've got a fond memory of that girl. What was her name? Oh, Don't Stop Believing. Yeah, I remember her. No, I'm with her. I love her. She's my wife. I remember her. Would that be what your husband was saying? I've got a wife. I think I remember her. What's her name again? No. Thank you, Loz. I want this girl to only think about me and only me obsessively. We'll say that. So that's all she thinks about. She masturbates furiously about me every night. She can't get me off her mind. I'm racing around her mind every night. She's drowning in thoughts of me. I've been confirmed everyone wants to be my friend on socials, but the opposite is happening. Lol, I've been losing friends instead. Well, have you got a fear that you're losing friends? Is that why you're saying that affirmation? Sometimes, guys, you don't understand that your fear is running you, and that's why you started affirming for it in the first place, because you had a really dominant fear that would happen. Now that's playing out. So the reason why you started affirming in the first place was the fear that was running, and now the fear is playing out. So keep affirming. Is it okay to affirm we, or is it best from first person? It's up to you, darling. Whatever you want to do. We're so happy. We're so blissfully happily married. What's wrong with that? All right, what should I call this one, guys? Course success. Need a pen. Self-concept course success. SP back. Any more questions, guys? Thank you so much for joining me. I've been here ages. I will be here tomorrow, 9 p.m. EST. Loz, one thing I'm not sure I understand. If you've identified a fear and working on it, will it still play out? Can I affirm it won't? That's the point of affirming against it, darling. Okay, so you start identifying that fear. So if it's like you're feeling like you're not chosen enough, you take the statements in the course, you turn them into the opposite as affirmations. So then you focus on those and then they'll go away. You missed my comment. Oh, no, darling. Where is it, Eva? Hi, Loz. I want to share some great movement. During my last consultation with the specialist, they confirmed that it is mutive improvement. C is shrinking. Nothing and no one has power over me. Oh, wonderful, darling. Oh, hooray. Nothing and no one has power over you, darling. You tell that thing what to do, and then it'll be gone. It'll be fucking gone out of your body. You say how that body works. Wonderful, darling. Oh, that's great. Do you mind if I share that for a health success story? I'll totally blank out your name, darling. Oh, that's wonderful. Musive improvement. That's wonderful. You tell yourself you got massive improvement. Oh, do you mean massive? Maybe you mean massive. They confirm it's massive improvement. Did you mean massive? You missed it. I saw that one. Did you mean massive? Love you, lots. Thank you. Oh, Victoria. I tell myself my revised story of my breakup with SP, and I scroll through Twitter and see channel messages telling me exactly what I've been filming for SP to remember. Oh, wonderful, darling. You're doing that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, that's what you meant. Massive improvement. It was massive improvement. Hooray. Massive, massive. I know what you meant. That's wonderful, darling. Keep going. Whatever you're doing is working. Okay? You just keep telling yourself every day, in every way, you're better and better, and your body is perfect. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be live here tomorrow and then later in the week on TikTok. And there's also my self concept course and the free course. And make sure you get on the email list if you haven't joined my free course, the Everything You've Learned About Manifesting is Wrong, or the Loz letter at the bottom of my email. Then you won't get the Loz letter this Wednesday. It's coming out. And also, we have a challenge starting in the Facebook group tomorrow. Hooray! Come join us. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. You want to go for another walk?